If you just watched Megan Markle's new show and you're saying that is the look I want, you're gonna love today's video because I'm gonna show you how to achieve that quiet luxury Duchess of Sussex look when it comes to your home, to hosting, to beauty, to fashion, all of it. So this is gonna be a great video. Get excited and let's get into it. So first up, if you're going to be a good hostess, you need to have a good coaster because we have all of our beautiful tables, stuff like that. We wanna make sure we're not leaving rings on all of our stuff. You wanna have coasters on your dining table, on your coffee table, and on any type of banquet or console that you have in your dining room. You want to make sure that things like this are very, very easily accessible for your guests. You also want to make sure that you have really great glassware. So the first thing that came to mind when I was watching with Love Megan was just like a basic hobnail glass. You can get these from anywhere. These are from Crate and Barrel. I love the pink. I got these to like host a Galentine's, but the texture, if you saw, she's very much so like into the cottagey look, the modern country, if you could call something like that. So this is a great thing to go for. What I also love about this is glass. It can be so hard to get like the watermarks out of glass, and it doesn't show on hobnail in quite the same way. Crate and Barrel has these, and Crate and Barrel is one of my favorite places to go for glassware. And if you're a Scandal fan, you'll probably recognize this. But this is the famous Olivia Pope glass. As you can see, it does have the water spots on it, as I said. This glass is amazing. I think it can hold up to like 34 ounces of a beverage. I like to drink water out of these because something about drinking water out of these just makes me want to drink the water versus like in a different item. I don't know, helps me meet my water goals. But this is so classy. It's a red wine glass. You want to make sure if you're hosting, if you're trying to enter your Meghan Markle era, you're using the correct type of wine glass, the correct type of serveware, all that good stuff. But these are really, really nice, and they hold up super well. I've even accidentally put this through the dishwasher and not had any problems, but please don't put your wine glasses in the dishwasher. Now, a lot of people were coming to stay with Megan in this show, and there are a few things you need to have for your guests if you want to be the hostess with the mostest. So one, think about the last time you went to a luxury hotel. They had an ice bucket. Have an ice bucket with tongs accessible for your guests in their room. So like before you retire for the evening, just set this up in the room so that they don't have to come out, and then either put a glass of water at their bedside or bring out a carafe. I've shared this carafe before. Just have a carafe. Honestly, I'd like one that coordinates better. This is from IKEA, and IKEA actually has a coordinating, I think it's like a liquor bottle, but you don't have to put liquor in it. You can put water in it. And I think to really achieve that hotel look at home, and as Megan said, have snacks accessible for your guests. I'm gonna be moving and grooving in this video because I wanna show you these things like in real time, because I think that's really important. Now, in the show, Megan made fragrance sachets to go like in the bedding, and you can totally do that. And she also used to mist her stationery, but we're gonna get into that in a second. If you want like a signature scent, get an essential oil, wash or launder your stuff in that with the essential oil, just a few drops like in the basin to get that scent for your guests, but be cognizant of allergies and things like that. But you could also go with the classic Laundress Beauty Sleep. This smells so good. It's like such a sexy scent. I don't know if you want that for your guests. Maybe mom and dad are coming. Maybe that's not what you want for them. But it's such a glorious scent. I really feel like it sets the tone. It's not too overpowering, which you definitely don't want to do if you're having guests, again, because some people can be super nose sensitive. Now, I mentioned those snacks before. Don't just throw snacks on the bed for your guests, okay? I want you to put them in a basket. Get a wicker basket. Get a tray like this. This is a nice gold tray. Kind of works with my style. Also very Meghan Markle inspired. This like has like 4.7 stars online, so great rating. You can put some snacks on here. I'd say do some gum, maybe some crackers or some pretzels. And then honestly, you know that little pill container I have that has like all of like the popular pills with labels on them? Maybe I do that as well, because there's nothing worse than like going to stay somewhere and then you have a headache and you're like, oh, I need some Tylenol. I don't want to go through their medicine cabinet. I don't know what to do. This is overwhelming. So that could be a great thing just to put on the nightstand. You can also put something like this on the foot of the bed with some rolled towels. We're going to talk about that in a second, like how to make sure you're the hostess with the mostest when it comes to towels. But I want to go back into like cooking and all that stuff first, because that's really what she's known for. You want to make sure you have really, really good place settings. Make sure you have enough place settings to accommodate guests. Most come in like a set of 4 or a set of 6. So I normally buy 2 of them and store them. Also, you could do something really simple. So I love these little glass plates. These are appetizer plates. They're salad plates. You can use them for both. I think these are just glorious. I love the little pattern in them. They're super lightweight and they don't break easily, which for someone like me, that is very, very important. She's really into like the toil. She tends to have print in her stuff, and if there's no print, there's a really nice texture or pattern. So this is kind of giving that without a color overload, because again, if you're getting something that has a color in it, you have to think seasonally, and it can be really expensive to buy new like serveware seasonally. Now, one of the best things I ever purchased was a good serving platter, and if you want to be like Megan Markle, you need to have one. So this is the Marin serving platter from Crate & Barrel. You can see all of the texture in that. It's glorious. So it comes in this colorway, the black. It also comes in like a cream. I'll show you that, like a terracotta. It comes in white as well, but it has a nice little crackled look to it. I have the full collection. So good. Our best friends put this on their registry when they got, is that what it's called? A registry when you get married? I can't remember. I can only think about babies. These are dishwasher safe. I put mine in the dishwasher all the time. It's made in Portugal. This is a Crate & Barrel collection. So that is what this big tray looks like. So it has this big tray, then it has serve bowls. The bowls are like really beautifully angled. So they're not like salad bowls, which I like. There's like more height to them. So your food can be like really beautifully displayed, because as you probably saw in the show, she had like the microgreens, the flowers, the really beautiful displays on the food. And you want to make sure that your food is either elevated enough so that you can see those things, or that the tray is splayed out enough so that you can see those things. So I love that about the Marin collection. And let me show you the other colorway if you're not into the white. And it is this color. So it has this nice like earthy color on the outside, and then it has black on the inside. They even have salad bowls of this. So this is more of like a soup bowl. This is like a small salad. I have the entire collection. It's the only collection that I really, really love. And surprisingly, Crate & Barrel's like dinnerware isn't that expensive. So I'd honestly go there before I'd go to another store. Definitely check them out, because it's the only place you're gonna get like those really, really large platters that we really need to achieve the Megan Markle look. One of my favorite things in like the first episode of the show was her like doing calligraphy after she was like putting her snacks on the bedside. And if you're not great at calligraphy, get yourself a really good label maker. This is mine. It does a bunch of different fonts. It's USB rechargeable. So you just plug it in, and there's like a free app on your phone, and you're able to label everything. So you can get like those really pretty labels without having to do calligraphy if you're not good at it. Now this thing is super niche, and I don't want you to show you my address. This is like a custom stamp. I'll put pictures up on the screen, but basically it has like your initial, your name, and then your address on here. And then you're just able to stamp down, and you can put this on your stationery, on your letters. Maybe you want to leave a letter to your guests. Maybe you want to send something out. Maybe you don't feel like writing your name when it's time to do your taxes. You just stamp this and it sends it out. This is like a custom item that I think really elevated my letters. I find recently that people are like expanding into different colored cutlery. So gold, black, rose gold, that's all spray paint. It all wears over time, especially if you've washed things in the dishwasher. There's nothing more classic than just like silver cutlery. Find something with a really nice detail. I love the hammered detail on these, and that's why I really love them. Something else every good hostess or host needs is a high quality sideboard that has storage. A lot of people are doing like that console with the ottoman underneath look. That is not going to work if you are hosting. You need something with storage, something like this one. This is my Burlwood console. It has 2 doors on either side and 2 shelves, or a shelf on each side, and then it has 3 drawers in the middle. So I can put my napkins in there, my glasses in there. Everything that you can need to be like a good host, you can kind of store in there instead of it overflowing to other parts of the home. Plus, you need a good anchor in your dining room, because it can often feel bare when it's just your dining table. It also gives you a good place to store the decor on your dining table. So you see these beautiful tablescapes, but sometimes it's really hard to eat with those tablescapes. So you can pick up those things and put them back there, right? And still have them on display without having to lug them all throughout the home. Another hosting essential is just like really high quality linens. And for my guests, I actually like to get them like the highest echelon of the bedding. So this is where I'm going to use my hotel collection duvet, because it's so billowy, it's so thick, it makes such a statement. People are just like, wow, this is the most beautifully made bed I've ever seen, and I love that. And I often pair it with the velvet quilt, just so that there's like a really nice texture play on this bed. And while I do, like I said, like to have the Beckham pillows, I also like to scatter down pillows and different types of down alternative pillows on the bed, so that no matter how my guest likes to sleep, there is a pillow that fits their needs, because there's nothing worse than going somewhere and the pillow really not working for you and having a horrible night's rest. I just love the beautiful displays of everyday items. She just does that so beautifully. Of course, layered cutting boards is the perfect way to do that. You can get these vintage. I would recommend going to Olive Atelier. You can shop them online, you can shop them on Instagram. Great small business to support. I have this set of mango wood cutting boards that you can layer. I also have this vintage cutting board that I like, just really great for layering, adding some wood tones, some moodiness to your backsplash. You can even use like a small pedestal like this to achieve the same look if you don't want something on such a large scale. You also want to beautifully display your fruit in other ways. So I actually have this nice little tray where I can store my avocados and my limes and have my produce beautifully displayed, easily accessible, making those everyday items a part of my like scenery or my vignette. And I think that's a really beautiful thing because I think she does such a beautiful job of, as I said, celebrating the mundane, celebrating the everyday. Now, this kind of brings me into the topic of faux florals, faux fruit, things like that. Of course, the faux artichokes, great way to have beautiful green things on display that you don't have to keep alive. This comes in a set of 4 or a set of 6. They look really realistic. Just a nice pop of green if you can't keep green things alive, or maybe you don't like artichokes, but you really like the look of them. I also have to share my faux fig stems. They're from Crate & Barrel. These are an arm and a leg. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you, but they make such a statement for a tablescape. The figs are so realistic. They're great all year long. They're really like an evergreen sort of item that you can have on display in your home. I have mine on top of my kitchen cabinets, but they'd be great back here on the dining table as an anchor, but they are super tall, so it's not something that I would use on a coffee table or something like that. And of course, faux hydrangeas, faux peonies. The Duchess uses lots of real stuff. I'm not great with flowers. I love these faux hydrangeas. They look super realistic to me. They don't shed, easy to bend. You can cut them with pliers. Same thing with these faux peonies. I love that the peonies come arranged already, so you don't have to make an arrangement. So there's a lot of nuance, a lot of visual interest there with very, very low effort. Scent is also a major thing when you're hosting. You're trying to make your space smell amazing. There is nothing I recommend more than an agape candle. Agape Candles is owned by my friend Rachel. She's one of the first people I ever connected with on social media, and she is so talented. Her scents really just like bring a space to life. It really brings a season to life. I think if I'm trying to achieve that Megan Markle aesthetic, I'd go for La Vie en Peony. It is exquisite. It's an exquisite scent. I have it going right now on my candle burner, which is why I cannot show it to you because it's that good. I think I bought about 6 of them and it's time for me to re-up. She has diffusers, she has wax melts, she has room sprays, she has them in her car for your car. They are so good. They're soy candles. They're really beautifully made. They're hand poured, and she just has like a really beautiful family. And so her candles are ones that I would definitely use if I were the Duchess. And again, since we're talking hosting, every little detail matters. So something like this tea light lamp where you have your tea light illuminating the space, maybe over a nice candlelit supper. If you ever watch Hyacinth Bouquet, you know, like a nice candlelit supper, something like that. If you're outside, maybe you're having a barbecue, this is a great way to add a nice glow. Also just having a high quality taper candle. I love these burgundy ones. You can get taper candles from absolutely everywhere. I recommend Crate & Barrel. Something else I noticed with the Duchess is high quality cookware. So stainless steel, or like something like a Hestan pan or a Caraway cookware, really high quality cookware that if it's nonstick, it's like toxin free. And if it's not nonstick, it's stainless steel. And I know stainless steel is so hard to cook with if you've not mastered it. But again, we're trying to achieve her look, so I'm giving you all of the details. Next, I wanna move a little bit into beauty because she is the queen of beauty. She has like this really nice soft glam look that I think everyone could aspire to have. So first we have the Merit Beauty Blush. So this is in the color Bespoke. It's a balm, so it is a cream blush that can go here. I have it on now, and I not only have it here, but I also have it on my lips. I think it's just like a really nice soft, it reminds me of Clinique's Black Honey, but I love that it's dual purpose. I think Black Honey is a little bit too oily to go here, but this is a nice dual purpose thing, and I love makeup that is dual purpose. Something else that came to mind for me for the Duchess's look is this lip gloss by Dior. I feel like people don't wear lip gloss anymore. I'm a huge lip gloss girl. It's light, it's airy, it smells good. It's a nice soft pink that I think works well on like tons of skin tones. And I like versatile blush or versatile lip products because my color changes as I go outside, as the seasons change. And I think this just like works for me no matter how I kind of evolved. Now I know that she must use this. This is the Caudalie face spray. So I like to use this as a primer, and I also like to use this as a setting spray and just like a nice refresher. Like if I've been like out and about, I was at a conference this past week and all I did was spray this and my makeup stayed on all day, and I looked refreshed and it looked good on camera, and I didn't look too, what is it called, sweaty or anything like that. I think it's just like the perfect way to refresh. And like the scent of it, it's so clean smelling. You could honestly use this as like a nice little perfume if you want to give off a scent, but you don't want it to be like super overwhelming. And something else that you have to have if you're a good hostess, this is kind of like a beauty slash like home thing. I would imagine she has high quality towels. Towels are everything for guests. They're everything for you. It's everything for like your face and like your skincare. Brooklinen bath sheets. I was gonna film a video where I tested all the different like popular bath sheets. My sheet one didn't do as well, so I didn't make the video, but Brooklinen bath sheets, you feel like you're being enveloped in like the most beautiful, luxurious hug you've ever experienced in your life. They are expensive. I think they're like $55 a piece, but these towels are gonna last you for years, and they're gonna get you dry, and they're going to keep you warm, and like it feels like I'm staying at the Four Seasons. And like the creme de la creme of the Four Seasons. Okay, maybe an Amman even. That's how nice they are, and I can imagine she has something like this. Now I want to talk a little bit about fashion, because I think she has such a beautiful mastery on fashion, and a lot of us, like, there's a lot of color in fashion right now, there's a lot of vibrancy in fashion right now, but I think there's also like more of like a clean, soft, like stately look that I think is trending big time, and it's a style that I've definitely been wanting to get into, especially since like I've moved from plus size to mid size. So I've been kind of exploring this whole new world of fashion, and let me know down in the comments if you'd like to see a video more about that. But I've been kind of exploring that style. So first we have this, what I have on here. This is actually from H&M. I like the little gold buttons here. I think it's just kind of like a nice elevated detail, and it has the tweed, kind of is giving you that like nice Chanel look without the Chanel price tag, obviously. I also noticed that she always has on a really beautiful timepiece. So this is just like a basic leather men's watch, but very simple, very classy. I think the leather band is what really elevates it. It's just Amazon essentials, and you can put it on, and it has a really nice large face. So she goes for more dainty jewelry, something kind of like this, but I think the large face also makes a statement, especially if you don't want bracelets. I think if you're gonna stack, something like this is nice. If you're not gonna stack, then it's fine. And this is actually not my everyday watch. I just put this on for the video. This is my everyday watch, and you're gonna be like, this is so funky, but this is like a newer or new to me brand that I found here on YouTube, and their pieces are just so funky. Look at that. It makes such a statement on the wrist, and it has like a patent leather band. Of course, like she kind of gives off like Cartier, so like the Ballon Bleu, the Panther. I'm not buying any of that. Maybe even like a Rolex. I think a statement timepiece like this or like this is going to take you a long way, and do the less is more while still being like, oh wow, that's a timepiece. Now I also would imagine she has something kind of like this. So this is inspired by, I believe, Bottega. They have this not only in the necklace form but also in the earring form. They have many different sizes, so the big size doesn't really give Duchess, but I think the small size like this in the ear, very, very classy, and it's gonna draw your attention to it, even if you have short hair like me, if you have long hair that's down, if you have your hair up in a pony. Real nice statement without being overwhelming, and I love that it's more of a champagne gold, which is a little bit more elevated. Next, I want to talk a little bit more about clothing. So she's just like the queen of like the basic white tee. This is a good example of one. This is a white t-shirt, but it is striated, so it has some texture to it. So it makes it interesting. It's not just like a basic white tee. Also, she's the queen of trousers, and finding a really good trouser is fine. So first, I love these ones from Abercrombie. This is like a twill trouser, very, very chic. They come in cream, they come in brown, they come in black. I also love this trouser from Gap. Gap also makes amazing trousers. I wore them in my Homeworthy episode if you saw that one. They're super comfortable. If you have like a big tummy, they're really good at concealing that without shapewear, which I really, really appreciate, and they make all different types of sizes. I also think these, like the second I saw these like right after watching the show. These are these Jeffrey Campbell heels here. I would say size up, one size. They're so comfortable. I can walk in these easily. They kind of give me like Wicked, like they give me Wizard of Oz without all the gems. Super comfortable to walk in. Doesn't feel like you're wearing a heel, but very, very regal, elevated. Going to make those trousers look like they're not dragging on the ground, because I think with trousers these days, they're really cute, but then people don't get them tailored, or they're dragging on the ground and they look kind of like, frumpy then. So this is a great way to sell the trouser without having to get anything tailored. Now, if you need a budget option of the trousers, I also love this brand. So the brand is called BTFBM. This one is sold on Amazon. Again, I'd say go Abercrombie first or Gap first. I'll tell you that 100%, but this is a nice alternative. I will say this material, it's noisier than the ones from like a Banana Republic or a Gap, but it does come in a myriad of colors. It has the elastic waistband, which is kind of nice. And it does have the pleating in the front that, again, if you do have a larger tummy or your tummy is just like an insecurity for you, it does conceal it really beautifully. But those are my top picks for achieving the Megan Markle quiet luxury look. I hope that you're walking away from today's video having some actionable tips on how you can achieve that look and some great things to shop if you're wanting to host more and buy some more things, elevate your home, elevate your wardrobe, elevate your beauty. Let me know if you like this video because it was a little bit of a different style. If you liked today's video, let me know you liked it by commenting down below, liking that video, and smashing that subscribe button if you're new here. But until next time, have a beautiful day.